Hi, I'm Jerry, the person behind the YouTube channel Idiot TV. This channel has been around for a very long time. In fact, it's almost 19 years old. I started Idiot TV because I simply wanted to create things. Stickman animations, visual effects, 3D animation, motion graphics. Anything that allowed me to take an idea in my head and turn it into something people could actually see. But this year, everything suddenly changed. And before I continue, I want to say something about AI. I'm a computer engineer, but I'm also an artist at heart. So I've always had two very different perspectives when it comes to artificial intelligence. I've always assumed that AI would eventually become incredibly intelligent. What I didn't expect was how quickly it would happen. But this video isn't really about AI. It's about my journey as a creator. In January 2026, my channel was demonetized. And honestly, it hit me pretty hard. For years, I've loved creating 3D animation, CGI integration, motion graphics, parody videos, visual effects, and all kinds of experimental content. One of the things I became obsessed with was creating Netflix-style intros. There was just something special about them. I don't know exactly why, but they had a special place in my heart. Over the years, I came up with countless ideas, alphabet videos, countdowns, different concepts and variations. I thought this simple niche could branch out into all kinds of creative directions, and honestly, that's what I'm good at, imitating, taking something familiar, and figuring out how it works, then recreating it in my own way. That became a huge part of my creative journey. Then everything changed. When my channel was demonetized, something inside me changed. I was already becoming exhausted from making visual effects, and I started asking myself, if AI can do this now, why am I still spending hours doing it manually? So I shifted my focus. I started making motion graphics, inspired by things like Disney, 20th Century Studios, Cocomelon, Netflix, and many others. And there were reasons behind that. My viewers enjoyed them. I enjoyed making them, and honestly, they could also generate decent income, so I kept doing it until AI changed everything. The timing couldn't have been worse. Around the same time I was demonetized, my side projects also started slowing down, and AI was a big part of that change. The demand for certain types of visual effects and creative work was changing. Suddenly, things that used to take hours or even days could be generated much faster, and I have to admit, I also made mistakes. I allowed my channel to become too heavily focused on Netflix-related content. My argument was always, I work hard on this. These weren't simple templates. I spent hours creating them, I designed them, I animated them, I rendered them, I edited them. Sometimes, after all that work, the final result would only be a few seconds long. And then, after putting in all that effort, the channel was demonetized. It was heartbreaking. And honestly, it was frustrating. At that point, I was already losing the motivation to create visual effects. AI was making me question the value of the work I was doing. And then, the platform itself was also changing because of AI. So I started asking myself, where is the fairness in all of this? You see other people creating content almost effortlessly. Some of it takes very little effort. Some of it can even be harmful to the community. And yet, those channels continue to grow. Meanwhile, there are creators who spend countless hours making something from scratch and still struggle to get recognized. It was difficult not to feel bitter about it, but eventually, I realized something. I had a part in this too. I realized that I had my own shortcomings. I poured so much effort into creating content, but somewhere along the way, I ran out of ideas. And more importantly, I started losing the heart behind what I was making. I was so focused on creating something that people would watch, something that could make money, something that could perform well, that I forgot why I started creating in the first place. And maybe, softly, that's the biggest lesson I've learned from all of this. What comes next? The game has changed. It's no longer enough to simply make something impressive. It's no longer just about the effects. It's no longer about how closely I can recreate a famous intro. Because now, AI can imitate almost anything. So what can AI not easily replace? My story, my experiences, my perspective, my failures, my journey, me. And that's why, as difficult as it is, I think I need to slowly move away from creating content based on big intellectual properties like Netflix, not because I stopped loving them, I still do. But I think it's time for me to create something that belongs to me. Something where the most important element isn't the IP, it's the story. And maybe that's what I should have been doing all along. Thank you. So, this is probably not the comeback story you expected, but this is where I am right now. Still creating, still learning, still trying to figure things out. After almost 19 years of Idiot TV, I'm not sure exactly where this journey will take me next. But I know one thing. I want to keep creating, and this time I want to tell my own stories. To everyone who has supported Idiot TV throughout all these years, thank you. Seriously. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And whatever happens next, I hope you'll be there for the next chapter. This is Idiot TV. I'm Jerry, and thank you for being part of my journey.